was there only with Harry. And he made the quote, "Is this real?" And Dumbledore said, "Why couldn't it be real? Just because it's happening in your head doesn't mean it's not." That's when Dumbledore and Voldemort, both their souls left Harry's possession, I guess you could say, left him. No longer in the wand, no longer in him being the cursed child.
Is that it?
Uh-oh.
I think so,
She's
until you
coming
bring
back.
up another point that I forgot.
Okay, I have a couple things. First, he did have to go to the Dursleys. He couldn't have gone to anybody. The reason that he had to go to the Dursleys is because there is a family link, and that's what kept him safe when he was at the Dursleys' house for 17 years.
Okay.
So, I don't know if that's not in the movies, but...
No,
not
it's
really.
not.
But he's got, like, a bubble of safety there. The love bubble that we talked about, love shield.
The love shield.
That's in
When does
effect
that
at his
get
house.
explained?
7th book?
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He has to go back there one last time, and then they take him out of there, as it's being broken.
Okay.
So there's that. Okay, so the Phoenix was the Horcrux, but then it got transferred into the feathers that went into the wands that by chance chose the wizards? Or are you saying that Dumbledore somehow got...
made it so those wands specifically got to them too?
But the wand...
Knowing that Voldemort was going to rise to power like he wanted to and try and kill Harry because of the Time Turner, and then Harry would survive and be able to
You want me to make popcorn?
defeat him.
This is when I need a cigarette to, like, accent my point, you know? That's what those are for.
We got a debate going. Let's do this.
Okay. That goes again. Number one, I don't think that Ollivander would have allowed that shenanigans in his shop because
How
the
would
wands,
he have known?
There's a whole wand because he's the wand maker. He makes the wands.
Yeah, he makes the wand.
Yeah, but Dumbledore could have, like Ollivander says, the Phoenix that offered this feather happened to offer another for another one. He could have had no clue. All Dumbledore could have done is went in there with two... You're recording this, you bastard, aren't you?
Oh, hell yeah.
You should have started at the beginning.
I
then.
didn't think about it then. I was like, well...
If Dumbledore went in there with the feathers already enchanted to have them pick them two wizards, having the Elder Wand, the whole Deathly Hallows, there was nothing he was incapable of technically at that point. Technically, at that point, that's why Voldemort wanted it,
I
correct?
just have to say, no. That is a hell of a lot of speculation that Dumbledore has more power, has the power to control a magical, because wands are their own, magical thing.
Right.
And they have their own, whole wand lore and rules and all that bullshit. You can't repair a wand with another wand because, magic.
Right.
So, they picked the wizard, and I feel like assuming that Dumbledore had the amount of power that you're saying that he did to,
there was
magic
nothing
the feathers to be sentient.
Wand couldn't do, though.
No.
The most powerful wand in the world.
It says it's the most powerful wand in the world. It does not say it can do anything. Okay?
True.
And
but like I said, this is...
Second thing is that Time Turners have their own rules, too.
Okay.
And they aren't so... It's a whole other thing, and this is why the book The Cursed Child has a lot of plot holes, because apparently in that book, they use Time Turners to go way the fuck back, like you're talking about, And a whole bunch of people are mad about that because you're not supposed to be able to do that.
I'm not saying he went back. I'm saying he went forward.
How? Okay, hold on. In order for Dumbledore to have the knowledge that Tom Riddle is going to grow up and be an evil motherfucker, he had to have gone through the timeline once and experienced it.
No.
How? You can't use a time turner forward.
Hermione used it throughout school to go from, while she was in this class, at the same time to go to that class.
She would go backwards. She wouldn't go forwards.
Yeah, she went back in time every time. Every time she would go back. So, like, she'd do a class for an hour, then go back an hour and do the other class. That was happening at the
So
same
you
time.
can't go back with the time, or forward with the time turn.
No.
No.
It's not a future thing, it's a past thing.
Okay. So that blows the theory with the time turner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still standing with he had more power than anything and everything.
Okay, then
And if he had went in and had, it's the big moth, it just flew away again.
No, my dog is...
If he
He's
had
chasing
gone
them
in with the enchanted feathers and presented them to Ollivander, here, this phoenix had given me these feathers. Ollivander had no clue they were enchanted or anything like that. Could that have happened?
I happen to think Ollivander would know something with Shicey. But, even if we're not going to say that, in
Okay.
order for that to happen, that had to have happened before Tom Riddle got his wand. Okay? So, in order for him to enchant those wands like that, knowing that future knowledge, he would have had to have that knowledge before Tom Riddle got his wand. And how would he have that knowledge? Because he's, like, plainly said that he had no idea that he knew there was something weird with Tom, but he didn't know Tom was going to be an evil motherfucker. Like he was.
What's the thing called? What's the thing called where he can review
His pensieve?
memories? Pensive? What?
Pensieve.
Pensieve?
Yeah.
In that, there's a scene in the movie, I don't know if it's in the book, that states he takes the vial out for my first...
Chantel's over here, they're shaking her head like...
My first,
nuh-uh.
he says to Harry, this is my first memory of Tom Riddle.
Yeah.
And he pulls out when he meets him at the orphanage.
Uh-huh.
The vial right before that says Tom Riddle, 1970 something.
Okay.
6 years or 4 years before he meets Tom Riddle for the first time. So if he, going with the way you just said that, if he went through and dealt with it all already, used his time turner, went back here, set it up with the feathers
Loki.
for their wands and everything like that before they were even born and he even met him for the first time. Would that not be possible?
I don't think the time turners work like that. I don't
I
think
thought you just said they can only go backwards. Now you're going to tell
No,
me...
but I don't think you can go back that far.
Oh, okay. So now there's rules.
Yes. Yes, there are rules. That's why people are upset that
This was some of the parts of the guy's theory that I'm kind of adding to
Yeah.
it with what you're
yeah.
debating with me about.
Yeah. Well,
That's how
But
that
your phone
goes.
just queefed.
well, yeah. I mean, if time turners worked in that way, maybe. But then I feel like that's a very weird way to go about this. If you can go
But-
back that far and you can just just don't bring him to Hogwarts then.
No, it was okay. The whole
It
thing
isn't-
was
it
the whole thing was Dumbledore was intending to have the Horcrux so he would live forever. Okay?
So,
But when he split his soul from the with this theory, with this guy's theory, I'm gonna tell you the portion of this guy's theory. When he split his soul into the Phoenix, he took the feathers and split them. When the Phoenix died in the first one, second one, burst into ashes.
okay.
Theory is that's when Dumbledore's soul left the Phoenix and was still in the wands. That's why Dumbledore intended. Hold up. That's why Dumbledore intended to give the. I know, but listen, you got to wait until the end. That's why Dumbledore intended to give the Phoenix feathers to the two different wands, knowing Voldemort's quest to live forever, on top of Harry having to be able to live as long as he was going to. But when they died, his soul left that as well. Left them as well.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think that's even how
No.
Horcruxes work.
Wait. Yeah. No. Wait. Okay. Okay.
You gotta watch this I'm
No.
gonna send you this video so you can listen
So
to
I
this
can-
guy,
so I
and
can-
it makes more sense than Drunk James. I bet.
I'll bet you it doesn't. Because,
Right.
no. Okay? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Okay, first of all, so we're just saying that Dumbledore made this Horcrux, right? And he's just, like, living his life. Like, I'm gonna live forever. It's totally great. And the Phoenix does what Phoenixes do, which is, like, die and rebirth. Which is what he did, like, a lot, and he says that. It left his body at that point. Why would you put your Horcrux in something that can do that? That can just like
That just
disappear.
dies.
And then why would you put your feet? Why would you then take your remnants of your Horcrux and put it with some stupid kid and Voldemort and and
Like I said, I'm
And-
still going with Harry
No,
Potter
no.
is gonna keep going.
no. And
Harry's
and
gonna
no,
become
wait,
Voldemort
no,
too.
no, shh, shh, shh. And Dumbledore dies, okay, in the 6th movie, and he's gone. He's just fucking gone after that. Dumbledore, or fucking Voldemort, and Harry are still like, doop for a whole long time, and then they kill each other, and... So you're saying that
That's
Dumbledore
when
was
Dumbledore
existing...
dies with him.
No! No, because if he had a Horcrux, he would have came back as a fucking spirit ass from their wand somehow after that
Spirit
point.
ass.
He was in Harry's head. At the train station.
No!
No. See, now does it make sense
So
of
he
why marriage doesn't apply to this
So he
situation?
was just like floating around in Harry's head, silent, like a silent fucking partner.
Just
for the
because
whole,
it's in
like,
your head doesn't mean it's not real, Jade. Quote from the movie.
He wasn't in his fucking head for the for the whole time after that, though.
No.
He wasn't. He was only in his head in the last little scene because Harry is actually the King's Cross Station at the end of that movie is supposed to be the separator between this world, this life, and the next. And
Right.
Harry had to decide if he was going to live or die. And Dumbledore was just there.
You're gonna
because-
make me look this guy up and make you watch this movie.
I'm going to tell that guy he's a fucking idiot too.
Holy shit.
Not that you are. Theories are great.
You're
but
okay.
but
The guy you're listening to is dumb,
Yes.
but you're getting dumber too. Jade.
don't listen to him, James. He's wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Horcruxes don't work that way. Time turners don't work that way. No. If they did, because what you're saying is that then Dumbledore somehow decided that he was going to take those. When did he go backwards in time? When are we saying that he did this?
That was my theory. I didn't say that it was their theory. It was
Well, then what's
just
their theory?
I can't remember it all. It was like a 30-minute video on him explaining all of this. I'm trying to
Yeah, you
put it
can-
all together.
You can send it to me.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Send it
All
to
right.
me.
She just told me to shut up. She just told me to shut up right there. You hear that?
No,